And welcome back to another round of Dead by Daylight. We're playing as Michael in this Halloween season. We're here on Fractured Cowshed, because of course we are. We have played other matches tonight, and we have ended up in, well, we've ended up in lots of swamp maps and indoor maps, and of course, yeah, we're going to get Fractured Cowshed when we get Michael. At least we got to tier 2 pretty quick. Right? You want me to come on, Meg? Really? Okay. Give me the pallet, Meg. Yeah, why are you pointing at me? Do you understand? Have you played against the Myers, Meg? You're doing some neat little spins there, but I'm not really sure you know what you're up against. Alrighty then. Oh, that's perfect. I know somebody's headed this way. We're gonna waste the rest of this tier 3, I think. We saw the scratch marks, but we're in corn. We're not gonna see that. Excuse me, Meg. Yeah, but that plaything totem spawned right there for you, huh? So I really didn't want you, Meg, but I mean, you know. You would kind of have ended up. I mean, they're on that gen in the corner. Let me hit that guy. I mean, is Meg really gonna go back, you think, to that totem? Alright, well, no flashbang for you. We hit that gen with Call of Brine Interruption, so that's hopefully gonna... What are you doing, Meg? What are you doing? Do you want out of this game? What are you doing, Meg? You have DS, alright. Now you die, I guess, huh? And we're gonna let him go. And stock up with him. Meg, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be killing you, but I think you kind of asked for this. Hey, the DS. You were the one waving me on. I don't know why you were doing that. Well, this team's in a lot of trouble. The Meg basically... The Meg has basically gifted me a 3v1. And she was kind enough to let me use all of her stock. Which was very nice of her. Before she died. Alright. Hey, Rebecca, it's Carlos's plaything totem. Alright, we're gonna drop you in the basement because it's here. Ooh, spooky Rebecca. Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to... Wouldn't have normally taken somebody out of the match as quickly as we did, but... Oh, let's get this out of here, huh? not have ordinarily done that, but... And we're not really getting a lot of value out of our tier 3s, but do we need them? Alright, we're going to call O'Brien this. Is somebody here? Hey, it's Tap. Hey, it's Carlos. Carlos, I think you're oblivious, dude. I think that's your plaything totem in Killer Shack. Oh, there's a dead hard. Nice. And he put us on the wrong side of the pallet. That's unfortunate, but we'll live with it. We're gonna kick that. And we see Mr. Tap over here. And not the best position, because we have already... Well, I was going to say, other than this pallet. Let's say we've gotten rid of the pallets over here, but not all of them. See if we can get him to drop the pallet first. Alright, now he's got nothing to protect him here. He'll just have maybe a wall. That's going to blow up a lot of gens, Tap. That's going to blow up a lot of gens, Mr. Tap. I'll say this is not exactly a oh, hi. All right, this tier 3 I think we're gonna get some value out of. Nice flashbang actually, but nice flashbang, but not... Oh, you just face planted, my dude. Alright, that's a pretty solid... That's a pretty solid tier 3. We got good value out of that. You guys wouldn't still be in a basement, would you? Alright, I'm just gonna check. Thought they might have been healing somewheres over there, but say, I don't know if she's oblivious and just saw us coming. This pallet's gone, Rebecca. This pallet would be no longer amongst the remaining. Alright, I think... Alright, that's Carlos putting up the boons. Oh, pfft. Hit on the wrong side. Okay, that was Tap putting up the boons. And that's a... Oh, there's the dead hard. Why did we remember he had that? We saw the Tap over here, so we know he's in this vicinity. Yeah, he went and got the rescue. Carlos, are you dead, my man? I feel like you might be dead. Yeah, I feel like you're dead. And we were mistaken. Maybe Carlos was putting up boons, but that was definitely not him there. That was the Tap. Alright, the plaything totems are all gone. At this point, our two survivors are likely together and healing. Okay, our survivors may How many of you people are running boons? Are you all running boons? Okay. Feel like you might all be running boons there, detective. Hi. Alright, Rebecca, here's what we're gonna do. You guys didn't use a hatch off right now, but we are gonna give you the hatch. We are gonna give you the hatch there, Rebecca. We're just gonna let Mr. Tap go into the light. Detective, go into the light. Release yourself. We heard the notification over here. I don't know exactly what it was, but we suspected Rebecca might have been hiding over here, which she was. We're gonna give you a hatch, Rebecca, because I feel like your team was completely sandbagged by the Meg in the very beginning of the match. All right, you gonna let me bring you to a hatch? No, what? All right, you will. I like it when I can be wholesome. Oh, look at that. We didn't have to go very far either. Perfect. All right. That's a pretty dominant 3K with the Mercy hatch for us as Michael. And the Meg. Meg, you sandbagged your team, Meg. What were you doing? Meg was very anxious for us to bring it on in the beginning. She waved us on several times and literally just fed us stock, and more stock. And that was not going to work out well for her or for her entire team. We did what we were supposed to do and what we needed to do. We went ahead, we made sure that we got up close to tier 2. We made sure that we'd eaten through, I believe we'd already eaten through Shack Pallet at that point, but we made sure we were in a position where we weren't going to waste the tier 3 by chasing around and having her pre-drop every pallet in sight. We cleared out a little bit of a dead zone near Shack and then popped the tier 3, and then that was it for Meg. She was the only person we got. We saw scratch marks. We don't know who they were related to, but we followed those scratch marks eventually, running into Meg again. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anybody else. They were doing a good job using our corn blindness against us and hiding in the corn. We found Meg on what was her plaything totem. She was completely oblivious, and we just downed her for the second time. We did not want to go after the Meg again. We had no desire to. After we had hooked the Carlos, Meg showed up in our face, basically running into us and begging us to down her, which we did. And she was baiting decisive for whatever reason why, and we ate her decisive, and she rescued the Carlos off the hook. And then that was it for Meg. So Meg, you kind of threw. You killed yourself when we weren't going to be chasing after you at that point. Obviously, we were moving for different targets once we got the Carlos. Once you made it a 3v1, even on Fractured Cowshed, even playing Michael, we're going to take advantage of that and be able to win. At that point, it was just a question of slowly but surely knocking everybody else out, eating through the resources, and there are plenty of them on Fractured Cowshed, and making sure before we went into tier 3, even on tier 3s when we only got one person down, we guaranteed the down by making sure they were somewhat more of in a dead zone and not in an area where we could go ahead and be pallet stunned and distance could be made and we could lose chase. We wanted to make sure we at least got a down every time we popped to tier 3, and we made sure to 99 it until we were ready each of those times. We had that really good tier 3 where we got somebody down. We erupted like 3 gens, I think, at once, and then proceeded, thanks to Plaything, to catch, I think it was the Tap and the Rebecca that were, or the Tap and the Carlos that were on the Gen and the Killer Shack. And by the time we were done, we ended up with, it was Rebecca and the Carlos. We downed her and then caught the Carlos after he unhooked the Tap. We literally chained together 3 hits in that tier 3. We made the most use of that. We said there were a lot of boons. It was Tap and Rebecca. So Carlos didn't have one, which I thought he did, and Meg didn't have one. So, but boons didn't really mean much of a difference. They don't really help. You can be full health. If we're a tier 3 Myers, not going to do you much good. And it didn't do these survivors much good, and the Meg didn't do these survivors much good. And this what turned into more of a 3v1 on Cowshed, with us giving Rebecca the Mercy Hatch. Hope you enjoyed this Halloween-themed round. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button while you're here. New videos go up on the channel on a daily basis. And you can follow us on Twitch at the link below at Geriatric Gaming 11 and get notified whenever we're live there. Till our next time, thanks again so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next Dead by Daylight.